welcome back to another video. As you probably know, I am currently in the midst of relaunching my membership site, Startup Society, and I thought that you guys might enjoy seeing a little bit of behind the scenes today and see what actually goes into launching a digital product. As you probably also know, I am a big proponent of selling digital products. I think that it is a great business model. Out of all the different businesses that I've run over the past 10 or so years, it's definitely been my favorite type of business to run for a lot of different reasons. Some of the biggest ones include that there are really low overhead costs and that it's really flexible. So I've made plenty of videos before about why I think that digital products are such a great way to go and how to get started selling digital products. But today, like I said, I thought it might be nice for you guys to just see behind the scenes of my own launch and see what actually goes into launching your own digital product. So I have here in front of me some launch plans that I have created for my own launch, and I just thought I would kind of talk through them with you so you can see what goes into it. So one of the first things that I thought you guys might wonder about launching a digital product is how long it takes. And the answer there is that that could really vary. You could spend just a few hours launching a digital product by just throwing up a really simple sales page and then sending out one email to your list or making one video that promotes it, and you could possibly generate some sales that way. Or you could spend upwards of 60 or 80 hours doing a full-fledged launch where you are writing a lot of emails, you're making a lot of content promoting your launch, and you're running ads. There's all sorts of different things that you can do to send even more people to your sales page. You can also do things like webinars or a video series to sell your product even more effectively. And all those things, of course, add time, which, like I said, can get as high as even like 60 or 80 hours to launch a product. Another thing you might want to keep in mind is that obviously you need to have a product. So it might be an ebook or a course that you create, or it could be a membership site that you build, which is in my case what I'm launching. And the main thing here is just that you need to have a plan of how you're going to create it, what's going to be included, and you need to decide whether you're creating it before you launch or after you launch, just how that timing is going to work out. And if you don't know anything about this, you might think, well, of course you have to create it before you launch. But that's not actually the case, because sometimes you are selling something and you're pre-selling it and you're saying it's going to be delivered on a future date, or you're doing a beta launch or something like that. Sometimes you're going to drip out the content over time after people buy it. So they buy it on, say, January 1st, and then they get a lesson of the course every week after that. There's lots of different ways you can do it, but you just need to have a plan, and you definitely at least need to know what's going to be included in your digital product. Okay, so now let's get on into these plans here. So as you can see, I have them color-coded, and in each of these blocks here, there's this first block that goes pink, blue, green, yellow, and then this one that goes pink, blue, green, yellow. Each of these blocks is a week, and so I have laid out here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks ahead of my launch. And honestly, ideally, I like to have even more time leading up to my launch, but I had a little bit of a crunch this year with some timing things, so we are doing a 6-week launch, which is certainly enough time. I just like to have even more time than that. And so for each of these weeks, I've laid out a bunch of tasks that I need to do that week in order to successfully launch my product on schedule. So in each of these blocks, like I said, there is some pink, some blue, some green, and some yellow. The pink is tasks that I need to do. So for example, update my sales page, plan and review my launch emails, film my sales page video, and outline the action plan, which is some of the content that is in Startup Society. So those are things that I need to do myself, like things I need to check off my to-do list. Then the next color is blue, and the blue is emails that I am sending out to my list. Now, normally I email my email subscribers once per week. Every single Wednesday, I send them an update email. It includes tips on entrepreneurship and success, a lot like the content you find in these videos, but it's bonus content. It's almost always something separate in addition, some additional thoughts. Sometimes it's a special offer. Sometimes it's like a free workshop that I'm doing, all sorts of different things. And all year round, I send an email every single Wednesday. But leading up to the launch, I like to plan very specific emails to have a conversation with my potential customers about why the product that I'm selling might be a good fit for them or it might not, to give them some education related to the topic of the product and just to guide them towards potentially purchasing the product. So that's what the blue is, and every single week I have some blue emails lined up. And then the next category is green, and green are the videos that I make. Now, of course, I always plan my videos ahead of time, but I like to plan all of the videos for my launch out before I even start doing my launch so that I have a game plan and it's really strategic. Then after that is the yellow, and that is my social media posts. These primarily go out on Instagram, and what each line is a topic for a post. So I haven't written out the whole post right here, but I've just written kind of a prompt to get me thinking or to tell me what topic the post should be about. Like I said, those primarily go out on Instagram, and then the best of those also go into the YouTube community. Some of them also get posted in my Facebook groups and other places. So I'm not going to go through, of course, every single social media post and email that I have lined up here. If you guys want to see an even more detailed video on like my launch email sequence or something like that, then leave a comment down below and let me know. But what I will do is I'll talk you through some of the launch tasks. So in this week, which was 6 weeks before my launch, I was working mostly on my sales page. I was updating the sales page that I'd actually built last time. I was filming a new sales page video, and I was also planning out some of my emails for the launch. Then the next week, I was working on the opt-in page for the workshop that I'm hosting related to the launch. If you guys haven't already signed up for that workshop, if there's any space left in it, I will leave the link in the description box down below. So if you want to sign up for that free workshop, it is about how to grow your audience in 2019. If that's something that you're interested in doing, if there's any space left, then make sure that you sign up because there definitely is a limited amount of space. Anyway, so this week I had to set up the page for people to actually sign up for that workshop, and also the thank you page that people saw after they signed up. I also had to finish up that sales page video and get it edited, and I had to finish creating the content for the next month of Startup Society. Inside Startup Society, every single month, the members get access to an action plan that includes 4 actionable lessons to help them make some progress on one vital area of their business. So for example, one of the months is about growing your audience dramatically. And so in that month, they get 4 very actionable lessons that each give them a specific step to take to make some dramatic impact in their audience growth so that by the end of the month, they have achieved visible results. And so I need to make sure in this week that I have the content for the next month's action plan completely finished so that when the members get inside of Startup Society, there's brand new content ready and waiting for them to get started working on. Okay, so moving on to the next week, the tasks that I needed to do this week were to finish up those last final things for the sales page, create the content for the workshop, the free workshop, the one that's linked down below if there's space, create the thank you page for after people sign up for Startup Society, and then connect the sales page to the shopping cart, because when people click that buy now button, you definitely want it to take them to a place where they can actually buy the digital product. And then I also wanted to write some emails that would welcome the new members after they signed up. Then the following week is actually the launch week, or at least the week when the launch starts. And in this case, this launch is starting on January 30th. And so if you happen to be interested in signing up for Startup Society yourself and becoming a member, just keep that in mind. It's going to be open for enrollment from Wednesday, January 30th until Wednesday, February 6th. So just for 1 week. So if you happen to be watching this video in that time frame, then make sure you click the link down below so you don't miss out. Otherwise, if you click that link, it will take you to the wait list so you can sign up for the next time we open for enrollment, which unfortunately won't be for about 6 months, but it's best to get on the wait list now so that you'll be the first to be notified when we do open up. So moving along, so now we're in the launch week, and the main task for launch week is just writing and sending those launch emails. When you're launching a digital product, you really need to email people every single day for the entire week, until they buy, of course, in which case you would stop sending them the launch emails and send them the welcome emails instead. Or if they say that they're not interested, in which case, of course, you also stop sending them the launch emails, because you certainly wouldn't want to annoy people who are not interested. But otherwise, every day you want to be emailing them, because there's normally so much information that you want to convey. You want to tell them exactly what's in your product, you want to answer frequently asked questions, you want to share some testimonials, you want to give a demo of the product, you want to explain the benefits of it. There's all sorts of different things that you want to tell them about the product, especially if it's something really big or complicated at all. And so you really need to email them every day so that you stay at the top of their mind and you can communicate all that information without sending them a massively long email that they won't read. So yeah, so on launch week, we're sending launch emails, and then the other thing is actually hosting those workshops. And then that leads us along to the next week, which launch week is being continued into that week because it goes from one Wednesday to the next Wednesday. So we'll just continue to send out those emails. And then I also just have the videos lined up that are going out in that second week. And then the following week, the week after that, I just have some emails lined up that are kind of like post-launch emails. One of them is a sneak peek behind the scenes to like share with people how the launch went and if there's any surprises, because I do always like to share those behind the scenes of my business so that you guys can learn from my mistakes and also from anything that worked particularly well. And then I also have an email plan that's just like an update on my life, because after I go through so much businessy stuff, I really like to kind of pause for a moment and just share some real life stuff and like, here's what's actually going on in my life. So that's pretty much all my launch plans. Yes, it is a lot. There can be more if you are launching a product for the first time. In this case, I am relaunching because Startup Society has existed for most of a year now. We've launched it a couple times before this, and so we've already created a lot of the material. But that being said, everything that you do need to do for launch pretty much is covered here, because even if it's already been created in the past, I'm at least reviewing or refreshing it. So that's pretty much what goes into launching a digital product. If you are launching a digital product or you're planning to, if you have any questions about that, make sure you post them in the comments down below, especially if you're watching this video right after it first comes out, because I always try to answer all the comments in the first 24 hours after a video comes out. So keep that in mind. If you ever have any questions for me, people email me a lot all the time and I can't always answer everyone's emails. My assistant at least like responds to everyone and just lets them know that we got their email and, you know, thanks for feedback, but I can't always answer everyone's questions. So if you ever have a question for me, just post it in the comment of a video right after the video comes out, and that's the best way to actually get an answer directly from me. Anyway, if you have any questions about launching, post them down below. Or if you are launching a product soon yourself or planning to launch, I would love to hear what you're planning to launch. Tell me what your book is about or what your course is about and when you're hoping to launch it. Of course, if you are interested in signing up for Startup Society, and we are inside of that little window I told you about, January 30th to February 6th, make sure you click that link below or click it any other time just to get on the wait list. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you found it really interesting and informative and that you learned something that can help you when you're launching your own digital product. Thanks for being here on my channel, and if you haven't already subscribed, then make sure you click that button down below to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next video. I make 2 videos every single week all about entrepreneurship, success, and personal development, and I would love to have you join me for the next one. Thanks so much. Hope you are having an amazing week, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.